It's hard on the family. I have a very understanding wife who luckily now is able to come with me. Our kids are grown and doing their own thing, so she's out on the road with me, which makes it nice for us. But it is a big commitment, and every driver or every mechanic that's out there, drivers especially, because we don't come home midweek and spend even a day or two at home. We're out there pretty much from the first week of January till end of August. And then we have Monster Cup usually, which is in October, but it's a pretty long stretch. We only have one weekend off between Supercross and the outdoors. And not complaining, it is what it is, but it's a pretty tough schedule. We pack a lot of races in a very limited amount of time. Like I know there's other series like NASCAR and stuff that do a few more races, but they're stretched out to a bigger time frame. So it's busy for sure. Everything in this trailer is built so that the mechanics have a rolling shop. Parts-wise, graphics, fenders, whatever, they have everything on the truck to be able to build motorcycles again. Here we've got graphics, just to give you an idea of some of the things that are on the truck. But like I said, every part that they can build many bikes with. Sprockets we have. So all the Pro Taper sprockets that it could possibly use. Wiring harnesses, cooling systems. In here they've got all spare tanks, guards, skid plates, everything in that one. And then all of our chemicals are up in here. Everything Maxima hooks us up really well with keeping us supplied with that stuff. Over here we've got everything from clutch plates, gaskets, shims, engine parts. We don't build a lot of engines on the road. They are all sent back to the shop. But at times we have to do things like clutches and stuff that the guys, more of a wear part than anything. We often get asked at fuel stops and stuff, or told, man, I'd like to do that. All you do is drive the truck and go watch the races. And really the races are probably the smallest part of the whole deal. But responsibilities are basically that truck has to be at the races. And there's a lot of things that happen or can happen. And not saying that we're all ace truck mechanics. We're not going to pull the engine out of one of these things or something. But if we can be proactive to try to keep those things to a minimum, that's really what we need to do. If it's getting the truck there, driving it, making sure with people in your office that all the paperwork's in place and your logbooks are correct, and you need to wash the truck weekly. We wash all the trucks by hand. We don't go through truck washes. Doing the polishing, doing the shopping, the cleaning, the cooking, making sure things are shipped. We ship our suspensions and our engines and everything back and forth every week. There's always something in transit. And just doing all, keeping the truck in order, keeping things, all the parts in place, and, helping the guys, the mechanics actually write down on our whiteboard when they use something, so they snap a picture of that and try to, do that. But just trying to always be prepared so that we don't have any big surprises come up on us. So. We normally build on Thursdays, completely tear the bikes down to the frame, do every nut and bolt, and then completely build the bikes up. And then Friday morning we pull into wherever the race facility is, and then we do the setup then. So in here we have all of our engines. The guys have 3 engines in either on the truck or in rotation every week, either going to the hotel or being shipped back to the shop. Our air filters and whatnot, but this way the guys can get to them real easy. And like I said, we're shipping engines back and forth constantly, and so it makes it real nice for the mechanics to be able to get to them when they need them. And then each mechanic has their own locker. They tear the bikes down on Saturday after the race is done. Frames, swing arms and whatnot go in there into their own locker, and then the engines and suspensions get shipped back to the shop. We also have solvent tanks for the guys to be able to clean all their parts when they are building on Thursdays. They'll clean most of the stuff outside, do all the scrubbing of the frames and stuff, but then all of the engine parts, suspension parts, things like that need to be cleaned in solvent, they go right in there. I would say a good average for this team is about $800 a month. I'm sorry, $800 a week. We, like I said, between drinks, food, snacks, coffee, Nah, we don't buy coffee, so you can cut that out. We have Better Buzz, which gives us a good coffee. So, but just all the different things. We like, especially at Outdoor National, we go through so many drinks. It's not funny. We just waters and Gatorades and hydration drinks and stuff. So it's about $800 is a good number. If we have a big weekend, we're like an Anaheim one or something, it can be 1,000 or even a little bit more depending. And that's not including the catering. So just a big crew. If you have 6 riders, even if you have 4 that are, with all the engine guys and suspension guys and all the people that come along with a big team, then 800 is a good average sale per week. In California, we have to do a 90-day safety inspection. So every 90 days, it's got to be inspected. Can't be by us. It's got to be by somebody that's certified to do it. We have a guy, Dan Perry, that comes and does all our trucks and keeps everything, look in proper order. He also does the trailers. We have a safety inspection on the trailers as well every 90 days. So when we're gone or away, then we have to have it done somewhere like Speedco or something like that. But the way the series works, and we do get enough time to where we leave late enough, because we leave the last week or second week of February before we go east. So I have him do it that week, and then I get back in time for 90 days to be up, and then I'll do the same thing. I'll only typically have to have one 90-day inspection done away from the shop per year. So it's not too bad. But we have to, as far as maintenance and everything, we've scheduled all the maintenance, all the services, everything to be done. And I try to get most of it done here. Like I said, one time out of the year, I have to do it away from the shop. Each mechanic has his own locker, and basically that's what they look like going down the road. They've got their suspension. Again, 3 sets of suspension for each rider, either going to the shop or coming back to the truck and being shipped in hard cases. And then this is our good luck sign right here. We used to shake hands, now we just have to fist bump, so I don't know. Anyhow, so this is the lounge/office area. This is where the managers come up here. We film the riders every time they're on the track. So they'll come back in and watch the videos here. And that way they can tell if there's a section maybe they could do better, or a section they're doing better than someone else. And then we keep all of our live timing and scoring on this screen. This is where Ricky and Josh, our managers, use this for evaluating that type of stuff. And then there's a bathroom with a shower. And then upstairs these are all the riders, each have a bunk. And they also have a cabinet to be able to keep their stuff, their gear and whatnot. And then beyond that is all the pit association, like the cart, the mule, all the rafters that is for the pit. The pit is 20 foot by 70 foot when it's completely set up. So it takes a lot of stuff to be able to do that. And then our canopy, it mounts up in the roof. We have a locker up there for it. So it makes it real nice. Like I said, all we're doing is, it's a rolling shop going down the road. And was as much as we can to make it nice and easy for the guys that are working out of it and the riders. That's our job. That's what we try to do. You never work a day in a life if you're passionate about what you're doing, and I am. Racing, I still get excited when the gate's about to drop. I still get excited when opening ceremonies is about to go off. It's what I enjoy doing. So I think it creates a situation where you want to go the extra mile for what you're doing. I want my guys to show up and be stoked on the way the truck looks. I want the team to be happy with what we're doing and the presentation of everything. So it creates, for me, going the extra mile. And there'd be times where it'd be easy to go back to the hotel room, or I could stay and do some polishing or something. So it's, like I said, it's a passion, and I love doing it. And so that's why we're out here.